position. Place your hands gently on your lap. Lift your spine tall. Reach through the crown of your head. Draw your shoulder blades back and down. If it's comfortable, close your eyes or just take a soft gaze at the ground. Let's start off with our natural breath, just starting to tune in to the sounds around you. And started to notice the sound of your own breath. And start to soften the facial muscles, soften your throat, soften the chest, the stomach. Relax down your arms and hands. Relax the hips. Your next deep breath, start to fill up the belly, just like a balloon. Your next exhale, empty it all out. Take a big inhale as you expand the belly. Exhale to contract. Inhale, imagine your lungs just filling up the space of the rib cage. As you exhale, draw the belly button in towards the spine. A couple more deep breaths here, just letting the belly soften, just allowing the breath to get into the diaphragm. And begin to introduce your Ujjayi breath, constriction on the back of the throat as you exhale. Recreating that same light constriction on your inhale. Moving this breath gently in and out of your nose. Going with the natural rhythm of your breath. Continuing to lift tall with the spine. Creating that space for the container of the lungs, the belly to breathe here. Notice any sensations that come with breathing in this controlled breath. You're going to start to notice the thoughts that pop up. Recognize each thought as it comes through and redirect your thoughts to your breath. Doing this at the beginning of class so that you can carry this through the whole practice. Finding a way to think about this breath, maybe counting each inhalation, each exhalation, or just simply saying in and out. Just a few more deep breaths here. And with your eyes still closed, sweep your arms out to the sides of your body up to the sky and bring your palms up together to touch. As you exhale, flip the palms down, sweep the arms to the sides. Inhale, bring the arms out and up. Exhale, sweeping the arms down. As you inhale, expanding the rib cage, the lung area. And exhale, floating the hands down. On your next breath in, sweep the arms out and up. Interlace your hands, flip the palms to face the ceiling. Just lengthen through the sides of the body and the spine. Again, just imagine this space opening up, finding a little bit deeper of a breath. Inhale, reach both arms up. As you exhale, bend your right elbow and bring your hand right between the shoulder blades. Option for the left hand to come to the right elbow. Option to take the left arm behind the back and interlace the hands, or taking the two fingers to interlock. Draw your shoulder blades back towards one another, feeling this openness through the chest area. Taking a few deep breaths here, any variation you choose. One more deep breath. On your next inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, bend your left elbow hand right between the shoulder blades. Either right hand to the left elbow, or take your left or your right arm behind your back, interlacing hands. If you have your strap, that makes it a little more accessible, or you can always hold on to your shirt on your back. Taking a few deep breaths, you keep the jaw and the throat soft. Feeling the heart space soften. One more deep breath. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, open the arms out to the sides. One more deep breath in. Exhale, interlace your hands behind your back. You can have a strap in between the hands here if you like. Just start to draw the knuckles down towards the mat. If you feel any pulling in the elbows, just give the elbows a slight bend as you work on drawing the shoulder blades towards one another, squeezing them together. On your next inhale, open the arms out. Exhale, cross your right arm over left, giving yourself a big hug. Option for eagle arms, bringing palms together to touch. Gently draw the chin in slightly, softening the back of the neck. Inhale, open the arms out wide. Exhale, left arm on top of the right, either big hug or eagle arms here. Inhale, open arms out. Exhale, spinal twist to the right, left hand, right knee, right hand walks behind. Inhale, lengthen tall through the spine. Exhale, engaging the twist from the core of the body. Maybe your gaze is towards the right shoulder. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, spinal twist to the left, right hand, left knee, left hand behind. Lengthen tall, inhale. Twist as you exhale. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, release. Come into tabletop. Use your blanket if needed underneath the knees. Line your shoulders right over your wrists. Hips right over your knees. Tuck your back toes and find just a little bit longer of a spine here. So you could grow just a little bit longer. Crown of the head reaches forward, tailbone back. And take an inhale, soften the belly down for cow pose. Just allow it to sink down and the tailbone to lift up to the sky. Exhale, cat. Draw your chin in and draw the tailbone towards the midline of the body. Inhale, soften belly down. Draw the shoulder blades back. Exhale, hug the navel in towards the spine, rounding Inhale, draw your gaze forward, maybe slightly up. Exhale, bring your gaze towards the belly. Continue a few more of these with your own breath. Inhaling, softening the belly. Exhale to hug it in. Just 2 more times, starting to wake up the spine and the hips. On your next exhale, just come back into a tabletop position. And then we'll reach the right arm out in front. Take the left leg back behind. Either staying onto the toes or lifting the heel up towards the ceiling. Start to engage the left glute muscle, the whole back. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, draw the knee to the elbow in the midline of the body. Inhale, extend the fingertips and toes out. Exhale, draw the knee and elbow in. Inhale, reach and extend. Exhale, contract. Your next inhale, reach. Exhale, return, tabletop position. Extend your left arm out in front of you, kick your right leg back. Option to just stay on the toes. Or reach the heel up towards the ceiling, engage that back glute. Take an inhale. Exhale, hug in. As you inhale and reach, that back is still really active, keeping it strong. As you exhale, throttle in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, contract. Inhale, reach. And exhale, return, tabletop. Coming into child's pose, big toes together to touch, knees either close together or wide apart. Take your glutes onto your heels and walk your hands out in front of you. Hands are shoulder width apart, forehead down to the ground. Just taking that nice long stretch in the spine, the sides of the body, the torso. Knowing you can come to this pose anytime you need to. See if you can deepen your breath just a little bit more. On your next inhale, come back up to tabletop position. Keeping the hands just as they are, tuck the toes, lift the knees, downward facing dog. And start with a bend in the knees and maybe walking the feet in just a little bit closer, taking the weight equally between the hands and the feet. The tailbone lifts up, hips are back. If it feels good, you can start to pedal out the feet. Nice and slowly, just waking up the calves and the hamstrings. Take one more full breath. Your next inhale, look at the top of your mat. Exhale as you bend the knees and step to the top of the mat. Feet right behind the wrists, bend the knees, forward fold. Either just staying right over into a forward fold, or maybe that feels good to hold on to opposite elbows, sway side to side. However that feels for you, keep the chin in towards the chest, lengthen the back of the neck, shoulders away from the ears. Slowly come back to neutral. Reach your fingertips to the ground, heel toe the feet together to touch. Keep a bend to your knees as you roll to stand, inhaling all the way up. Lift through the crown of your head, shoulders back and down, and press your palms to your heart. Inhale, reach your arms in front of you up to the sky. Exhale, bend your knees and fold forward. Step your right foot to the back of the mat, low lunge. Back toes are tucked. Take an inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big toes touch the back of the mat. Tailbone lifts to the sky. Inhale, forward to plank pose. Pull in the core muscles here. Exhale, lower down to the knees. Bend the elbows, chest, chin to the mat. Inhale, cobra coming to the belly. Upper thighs lift off of the mat. Exhale, come back to the knees. Downward facing dog, pulling the rib cage in. Step your left foot to the top of the mat. Touch your right knee down, left knee right over the ankle. Inhale. Exhale, step to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, reach the fingertips forward and up. Exhale, return to your heart. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward. Step your left leg back, tuck the left toes. Inhale. Exhale, plant the palms, downward facing dog, big toes together to touch. Inhale, forward plank, holding in the core. Exhale, over to knees, bend the elbows, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Exhale, knees, downward facing dog. Right foot top of the mat, left knee down. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, reach fingertips forward and up. Exhale, return to your heart. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, forward fold. Right leg steps back. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, option to just come straight to down dog or use the knees to come through. Step your left foot top of the mat, right knee down. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, forward fold. Step your left leg back. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg top of the mat, left knee down. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, forward fold. Right leg back. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Left leg forward, right knee down. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg back. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Right leg forward. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Mountain pose, release arms to the sides of the body. Big toes touch, lengthen up tall through the spine. Draw your shoulder blades back and down. Option to close the eyes or take a soft gaze to the ground. Begin to shift your weight forward into the fronts of the toes, back into the heels. Find the center of your feet. Shift slightly to the left edge of the foot, the right. Begin to center your whole body's weight over the feet. Engage your legs, glutes, abdominals, chest and back. Strong arms as you reach the fingertips to the ground. Whole body is active and engaged as you lengthen and deepen your breath. Take one more full breath. Your exhale, press the palms to your heart center. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up halfway, palms to the shins, lengthen the spine. Exhale, plank pose, palms come to the ground, step or hop to a plank. Option to come through knees, chest, chin here, or lowering down halfway, Chaturanga Dandasana to upward facing dog, bringing the toes onto the ground, taking a moment here to open up the hip flexors, and moving into your downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths here. You can bend the knees, pedal the feet, maybe nodding the head. Take an inhale, send your right leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knee and draw the knee towards the navel. Inhale, reach the right leg back. Exhale, step it through, warrior two. Right foot to the top of the mat, left spin across. Find your nice lunge here, knee over the ankle. If you need to move that knee towards the pinky edge, just lift the heel, contract the outer thigh, and place it down. Stretch the arms out to either side of the body, drawing the backs of the shoulder blades together. Maybe finding that soft gaze over the right fingers. Maybe even closing the eyes. Imagine each exhale, you're just sinking a little deeper into that lunge, bringing the thigh bone more parallel to the mat. Reconnect to that deep, controlled breathing. We'll take one more full cycle of breath. Your next exhale, hands to your hips, triangle pose. Straighten your right leg, heel toe the left foot in closer if needed. Turn your left toes in slightly, square the hip bones. Reach your arms out. Inhale, reach with your right hand. Exhale, release it to either the thigh, shin, or even your block on the inside of your right foot. Taking the left arm straight up to the sky, draw the shoulder blades together so you feel a little bit of a rotation in that torso, opening the chest up. Gaze can be up at the left thumb, straight ahead, or down towards the right. Really reaching the fingertips up, drawing the scapula together. Press into both feet, both legs are straight. Take another full round of breath here. right knee. Inhale. Exhale, frame your right foot. Step back to plank and come through your variation here. You can always do knees, chest, chin, or just shift right into down dog. You take an inhale, reach your left leg up and back. Exhale, draw the knee to the navel. Inhale, kick the heel back. Exhale, warrior two. Left foot to the top of your mat. Spin your right foot across. Sinking into the left knee. Keeping track of that knee over the ankle. Extending your arms out. Tops of the shoulders away from the ears, drawing the shoulder blades towards one another. Continuing to monitor the structure of the bottom of the legs. Pressing into that back right heel and edge of the foot. Each exhale, so you could go just a tiny bit deeper into that lunge. Take one more deep breath. And hands to the hips, triangle pose. Straighten your left leg. Heel toe the right toe in a little bit closer. Turn the right toes in. Reach your arms out. Inhale, reach with your left hand. Exhale, left hand can come to the thigh, shin, or block. As you reach those right fingertips up to the sky. So there's a rotation of the torso here. So you're starting to draw the right rib cage up a little bit higher towards the ceiling. Shoulder blades together. Finding the gaze that's most comfortable in the neck. Soft knees here. Both legs are straight. Continuing to breathe, squeezing the glute muscles. Engaging the core. We'll take one more full round of breath here. On your inhale, come all the way up, bend into your front knee, exhale. Inhale, exhale, vinyasa. And take an inhale, send your right leg up and back. Exhale, warrior two, bending the right knee, stepping it to the top of the mat. Place your left heel down to the ground. Taking your time as you come all the way up, sweeping the arms forward. Hug the bottom of the rib cage in, draw the navel in and up. Making sure you can still see your right toes. And we'll take an inhale as you reach the fingertips up. Exhale, open the arms out. Inhale, arms forward and up. Exhale, out. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, out. Take another deep breath in. And exhale, interlace hands behind the back. Option is stay upright in our humble warrior here. Or option to take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, just guiding the heart towards the top of the right thigh. Keeping our deep breaths here, reaching the knuckles away from the tailbone up towards the ceiling. Any point you can come all the way back up. Stay connected to your breath here. here. Next, inhale, sweep the arms forward and up, coming back into warrior one. Exhale your hands to your hips, pyramid pose, bending the knees, and just step that left foot in a little bit closer. Straighten both legs. Make sure both hip bones are facing forward. So if you need to come up onto that left toe, square the hips and guide it back down. Take an inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale as you fold over both straight legs. And use your blocks here if needed, either side of your right foot. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, continue to fold. Chin in towards the chest. Lengthening the back of the neck. Pressing both heels to the ground. One more full round of breath here. Next, exhale, bend both knees. Step your left foot to the top of the mat. Big toes touch, keep the knees bent. Sweep the fingertips forward and up, chair pose. Drop the glutes past the heels, reaching the fingertips up, really strong back. One more inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway, press palms to the shins, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, vinyasa. Take your choice here, meeting in downward facing dog. Inhale, reach left leg up and back. Exhale, warrior one. Bend the knees as you step the foot to the top of the mat. Bring the right heel down. Taking your time to get established in the structure of the legs. Arms forward and up as you hug in the core and the rib cage. Take an inhale, reach the fingertips up. Exhale, open the arms out. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, out. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, out, pause. Inhale. Exhale, interlace hands behind the back, working the shoulder blades together. Option to just stay upright here. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, folding forward. Draw the chin in towards the chest. Sink a little deeper into that left leg. Keep that bend in the left knee. Right leg is really strong. Pressing the heel into the ground. Your next inhale, sweep arms forward and up, returning to warrior one. Exhale your hands to your hips, pyramid pose. Step your right foot in a little bit closer. Taking a moment to square the hips. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold over the left leg. Use your blocks if needed to frame your left foot. Take another inhale as you lengthen just a little bit longer in the spine, back of the neck. And exhale, continuing to fold over the left leg. One more inhale. Exhale, bend both knees. Step your right foot to the top of the mat. Keep the knees bent. Sitting back into your chair, sweep your arms forward and up. Really strong back as you reach the fingertips up to the sky. Keep the glute past the heels. See if you can tuck under the tailbone slightly. Take another inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway, palms to the shins. Exhale, as you come into plank, step or jump the legs back, and then lower down to the knees. Coming into forearm plank, gently rest down onto each forearm, making sure that the forearms are shoulder width apart. And lifting one knee off of the mat at a time to come into your forearm plank. Draw under the tailbone, hug in the core, look straight down at the mat. One more deep breath, holding strong. Your exhale, gently lower one knee at a time. Come back up to your palms, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your right leg up and back. Exhale, high lunge. Step your right foot to the top of the mat. Keep the left leg straight, staying onto the left ball of the toe. Sweeping the arms forward and up, really strong through the arms here. Really strong back leg, squeezing that left quadricep. Sink just a little deeper into that right leg. And take one more inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart as we move into warrior three. If you have your blocks out in front of you, set them up. Otherwise, just keeping the bend in the right knee, weight into the right foot, tapping that left toe in just a little closer until you start to lift it off of the ground. Really strong back here, gaze at the ground, finding a spot to focus on. Hands can remain at your heart, back behind you, or maybe you have found your blocks here, concentrating on bringing the front of the left hip bone to face the mat, squeezing that left glute. Taking your variation here, continue to breathe. One more inhale. Exhale as you bend your right knee, step your left toes back gently, high lunge, sweeping the arms forward and up. Exhale, frame your right foot and come into plank. Lower gently, one knee at a time, tabletop. Coming into that forearm plank once again, so lowering one forearm at a time. And it's just bringing one knee off of the mat at a time for our forearm plank. Squeezing the back muscles in the core. Straight gaze down. One more inhale. Exhale, gently lower one knee at a time. Come back to the palms, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach left leg up and back. Exhale, high lunge, step your left foot to the top of the mat. Stay onto the right toes. Take a glance down, knees behind the left toes, and sweep your arms forward and up. Strong core engagement here, so we don't want to feel like the ribs are opening out. We want to draw them in and pull that core in. Take one more full round of breath. And gently bringing the hands to your heart center, moving into your warrior three here. Deep bend in the left knee, keep all of the weight into the left leg. You can have your blocks here and just tiptoe the right foot in a little bit closer and start to tap the right toes on and off of the mat. Your choice here, hands can stay at the heart, reaching the right toes back. Hands can sweep back behind, just focal point here. So that spot on the ground. Really strong engagement of that standing leg. One more inhale. Bend deeply into your left knee. Gently place the right toes back, coming into your high lunge. And exhale, frame your foot, move into your vinyasa here. So if you'd like to come straight into down dog, or maybe you'd like to take a child's pose. Take a moment here to settle down the heart rate. Reconnect to your breath. Take one more inhale. Exhale, gently lower down to your knees. Come into boat pose. So come onto the glutes. Bring your feet out in front of you. Hands come to the backs of your hamstrings. Lift up nice and tall in the spine. Hug the core and rib cage in as you draw the torso away from the thighs. So you're making this V shape with the body. You can stay right here with feet on the ground. Reach the fingertips out in front of you. If you like, you can take one leg off of the ground at a time. See how that feels. Keep the sternum lifted. Keep the back engaged. An option is straighten both legs and arms. Nice job. Keep breathing. One more inhale. Exhale, lower the feet. Give yourself a little hug. Good, and just gently release, coming into Janu Shirshasana. Straighten your left leg. Bring your right knee bent and the right heel to the upper left thigh. You can have a really deep bend to your left knee here. If you have a strap, just loop that onto the arch of your left foot. You can also place a block or a blanket underneath the right leg. Inhale, reach up really tall through the sides of the body and the spine. As you exhale, hinge forward, keep that length. If you don't have a strap, you can just frame the foot with your hands. Continue working on engaging that back, so the back stays strong here. And as you exhale, just letting gravity assist as that left hamstring starts to soften. Just breathing into this stretch, letting it occur naturally. Your next inhale, reach your fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, release your hands down. Bring the right sole of your foot to the ground so the right kneecap faces up. See if you can hug that right heel in just a little bit closer. Squeeze the left quadricep, flex the left toes towards you, and inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, twist. Right hand comes behind you. Hook your left elbow to hug the right knee in. Lift up nice and tall. Inhale. As you exhale, moving from the core of the body to twist towards the right. Left leg remains active. Next breath in, slowly start to unwind. Bring both legs out in front. Take the strap, if you have that onto the left foot, switch it onto the right. Bend your left knee, bring your left heel to the top of the right thigh. Right knee can stay bent here, and you can always support underneath this left leg. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Keep the length in the sides of the body strong back as you exhale and fold forward. If you don't have your strap, just place your hands to frame your foot. Keep that engagement as you lengthen, inhale. As you exhale, fold over the right leg. One more full round of breath. Inhale, reach fingertips up. Exhale, release the hands. Take your left sole of the foot onto the ground, left knee up. Maybe pulling that left heel in just a little closer. Squeeze your right quadricep and inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, twist, left hand comes behind you. Hug your left knee with your right arm. Lift up tall, inhale. As you exhale, maybe gradually looking towards the left shoulder. And continue as you inhale, lengthening. Exhale, twisting. You don't have to stay put. You can continue to move deeper into this stretch. One more inhale. As you exhale, unwind. Bend both knees. Hold onto the backs of your hamstrings. And lower all the way down to the ground. Feet hip width apart, preparing for bridge pose. Knees right over the ankles. Just see if you can scoop the tailbone under so that you feel the small of your low back on the ground. Keep that engagement. As you inhale, lift the glutes off of the mat and the hips up towards the sky. You can have a block underneath the hips here. If you don't have a block, you can just bring your thumbs to your hip bones. And if you like, you can interlace your hands and then start to work the shoulders under and the knuckles towards the backs of the heels. One more inhale. Exhale to release the hands. Slowly come all the way down to the ground. And inhale, hug your right knee into the midline of the body. And your exhale, come into a supine pigeon. So rotating from the right hip, bring your right foot to the left thigh. Flex your right toes towards the knee. An option to just stay right here. Option to take your left foot off of the mat, interlace your hands behind your hamstring, flexing the left toes in. An option to straighten the left leg if that feels good. Slowly start to bring the left foot back down to the ground. Hug your right knee back into the midline of the body. And exhale, release the right foot down. We'll hug your left knee in. Rotating from the hip, bring your left foot to the right thigh. Flex the left toes towards the knee. Option to stay right here, or take the right foot off of the ground. Interlace hands behind the right thigh, flexing the right toes towards you. Or option to straighten that right leg. Both legs are active. One more inhale. Exhale to bend your right knee. Place your foot gently onto the ground. Hug your left knee into the middle of the body. Exhale, release down. We'll take a supine bound ankle. So bring the soles of the feet together to touch. Knees go out wide. Hands can stay to the belly for just a moment here. Take another moment to connect to that breath. Inhale deeply into the palms. Exhale, empty out. If that feels even better, you can reach your arms overhead. Feeling at more space for the belly as you breathe. One more deep breath. On your exhale, hands come to the outsides of the knees. Draw them together and in towards the middle of the body. Spinal twist, gently lower the knees over to the right. Knees come above the hips, if you can, in towards the navel. Left arm can give yourself a big hug if you have any shoulder issues. Or if that feels good, just open the arms out, both like a T, and just start to soften the back of that left shoulder blade. Starting to relax the muscles in the face, the arms. Feeling yourself heavy on the floor. One more inhale. Exhale, hugging your knees back in. Spinal twist to the left. Gently lower the knees down. Another big hug with the right arm. Open both arms out. Big T. Letting the right shoulder blade soften down. exhale, hug knees back into the middle. Gently lower your heels straight down. Start to move into your most comfortable final resting posture. However that means for you. Just finding yourself nice and supported. Back to softening the space right between the eyebrows and the forehead. Relax down the jaw. Soften your throat. Tops of the collarbones and chest. Soften your right shoulder, right arm, right hand, left shoulder, left arm, left hand. Relax your upper back, middle of the back, the low back. Soften your stomach, breathing freely here. Soften your hips, right glute, right leg, right foot. Soften your left leg, left glute, left foot. Begin to relax your whole body. Begin to deepen your breath. Bringing movement to your fingers and toes. Reach your arms overhead for a stretch. Rolling around your wrists and ankles. Hug your knees to the midline of the body. Slowly come to your favorite side in a fetal position. Taking a deep breath. Having gratitude for coming to your yoga mat today. In your next inhale, slowly come to a seated position. Sitting up tall and creating a deep space in the heart for a deep breath in. Full breath out. Thank you all so much for coming to class today. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.